Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Let's add to the chaos. Crooks and Castles, yeah, throwback. No, that's Versace. Mr. Fantastic, what's popping?
Yo, what up, man? Shout out to everybody.
What's good?
What up, Fantastic?
Ain't nothing going on, man. Same old same. Q, you looking like Mr. Netta out here. That's your people? Netta your peoples?
I know you know.
Hey, I'm just saying. I don't never miss.
Fantastic. Respectfully, if Hamp was to actually put up a picture of Netta between the two of us, who you really think?
You got good skin. Who knows? And all your facial structure, your whole head, same size, everything. I'm just saying, but it is what it is. Shout out to you, man.
Netta? Who is
this nigga projecting like a motherfucker?
No, nigga, no. Listen at the chat. You know I don't miss.
Fantastic. We had the ugly argument already.
It don't matter.
It didn't go well for you, so just leave it alone. You could be the last person to talk about somebody's looks, please.
Listen. I didn't say nothing about ugly. I said Netta. That's all I said.
Okay.
If you saying
that is not a good comparison. And you over here looking like both of the clown. Like, come on, let's not do.
Oh, I just got hair, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I can wear hats. It's optional. But anyway, what's going on, man?
That's nice. What up, though?
I can't complain. Y'all up here talking this bullshit, man. So we gotta go ahead and get into it. Wow.
Somebody needs to.
Shout out to Bub, man. Hey, no new gay friends, man. No new gay friends. What the fuck is going on here? What are we talking about? No, sir. No fucking way. Get the fuck out of here.
Mr. Fantastic, are you cutting off your who the fuck is this? This isn't. Yo, what the fuck?
Take off. Hey, just give him some good skin. That's cute, man.
Yo, son, you buzzing, nigga.
That look like somebody you gonna go to on the holidays, my nigga. Like, let's keep it
real. Hold on, son. Y'all niggas is wilding.
Like, if we did a movie and there was casting. If we did a movie and there was
shades on Netta. Put some shades on Netta. Who that look? Hey, them transitionals. Darken the lens.
Yo, hold on, nigga.
I don't never miss. Dreads and everything. I don't miss. I told y'all got the same head shape. Y'all got the same nose.
What?
Hey, I'm just saying. I don't never miss.
I'm saying if they did casting.
Jesus Christ.
I think you're reaching, bro.
My head too square. Your shit skinny. But let's go ahead. We gonna do this all night, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, that's a lady?
That's a man. No, both of those are men. Those are men.
You look like the child of Netta and Charles.
No, I don't. No.
Yeah, you know, you do.
Nope. Well, for one, they can't have no children because both of them are men. They're men.
Yeah.
So that's impossible. But anyway.
But if they could, you match that all the way.
Dude, he not helping your case. Like I said, same head shape. Y'all got the same eyebrows. Lord Jesus. Listen, Hamp, you making it worse. Let's save your girl, man. Like, I don't miss
so bad. I feel for you. Fantastic. It must have been hard being ugly your whole life. You want to be pretty so bad.
Hey, it's working out now. I'm telling
you, just let it go. Just let it go. You coming out here with unnecessary smoke, dude. Let it go.
Well, no, it was just a little joke. Q, you a comedian, man. I'm aspiring. Like, you got I'm keeping you sharp. So yeah, man. Listen, no new gay niggas. Yeah, we not hanging out with gay niggas. And again, it's a generational thing. We grew up, like I said, if you're an 80s baby or older, it's just like, hey, and it's not. And first and foremost, homophobia is not real. Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is scared of a nigga because he take dick. No. Phobia is something where you have intense fear of, and you get nervous and all this. No. Because you know what's crazy? You know how we know homophobia don't exist? There was never a nigga phobia. There was actually scared of niggas. Okay? There was actually scared of niggas, but yet before there was never a Negro or nigga phobia. Homophobia is some media made up bullshit for motherfucking the LGBT to pressure motherfuckers into accepting whatever the fuck they got going on. And if you don't accept it, now you scared. No, nobody's fucking scared because of what you do in your bedroom. It's just you just don't agree with it or you don't fuck with it. So let's get that's out of the way. Now, going on to the other situations and shit. That's another thing. Like, Blade said a lot of shit. No straight man is saying, I know you want me. Okay? That nigga gay. All right. There are no straight men in the straight club that like gay men. Them niggas gay. There's never been a straight man that likes a gay man. He is gay. Okay? Niggas that like niggas are not straight. Part-time pussy niggas, what y'all call bisexual niggas, are gay. It's even bisexual shit is some new shit that existed like once we got grown. I think what, maybe late 90s, early 2000s. That was never no real shit. One dick and that's it. You're gay. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no refunds. Ain't no motherfucking, ain't no undoings. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. As a straight man, I'm telling you the rules of being straight. Just like I tell a gay man about nothing about being gay, I know everything about being straight. And a straight man don't do nothing with no dicks. All right?
Yeah. So those men are gay. Obviously, I think the sentiment is they're cosplaying. What do you think?
They straight nigga impersonators. Straight nigga impersonators, exactly.
And that's what the allegation that we actually about to get to, where it was alleged that 50% of black men were gay. My barbers, bro. These two niggas said 60% of black men are gay.
That's crazy.
Now, one of them, I had him on the show before. He let other niggas dance with his wife when they in the club. So he already got some funny shit going on. That's crazy to me. Like, that nigga told me one time if his wife cheated and he didn't leave, he would feel like the nigga she cheated with is competition.
Huh?
Yeah, so I gotta give you the qualifiers. Now, what percentage of men, black men, do you think are gay? You know the numbers. We talked about the numbers before. The numbers that we have to go on, right? The tangible numbers.
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of black men do you think is gay?
Maybe about 45, 40.
40%, my nigga. 40% of black men are gay.
Hell.
Because you also have to think about
Hold on.
Okay, because friend in the bottom over here. Anything outside of pussy is gay. So that would qualify bisexual men, homosexual men,
Yes,
niggas who flirt with niggas who accept attention from niggas. All of that is gay by your definition. All niggas like attention.
No. From niggas?
All niggas like attention.
From gay niggas?
All niggas like attention. I don't care how many times you want me to say it. All niggas like attention.
All niggas like attention. Okay, now what's
hold on, wait.
comma? There's a comma. Go ahead, keep going. All niggas like attention. Okay, he's not saying from men. He's saying attention, right?
Attention. So there is
unto itself. Okay, go ahead. Say that last part again. Sorry,
possibility. Right there's always an open possibility outside of the niggas. There are niggas that are not gay. There are niggas that are like, this is what I like, I'm straight. Ooh, we're not taking it away from that. We're not knocking that. What I'm saying is, if we had the data to actually sit here and present, you would find that there's more gay black men than there are reported. There's a reason why why black gay men don't report. There is discrimination. To your point, you don't believe homophobia exists. That's awesome. You're not gay. You can't speak to that experience. You don't know what that's like. You don't know what that's like to only 6.3 African Americans. Right. So only 6.3 that answered those responses, that answered that survey, that briefs. That's but not everybody. Most African American people in general don't do standardized surveys.
Yeah,
There's a
but
mistrust of data
Hold
collection.
on, Mr. Pat. Let them finish. Let them go through it. We want to understand it. We always up here.
So
So go
to
ahead.
that point, right? I can pull up the numbers right now. I got 3 screens right here. It's a smaller number, but it also says only 5.5% as of 2021 of the U.S. population identified as gay. 5.5%. So in that, the majority of those those people that gave responses were not Black. Were there some? Absolutely. Probably that 6.3%. Overall in the community, if removing all biases, you have to also think about that. There are biases. Hell, I said gay and Bubba flew into the fucking computer screen and was like, nah, right? Off of the word gay. So think about, shout out to you. But think about it. You have to contend with this, the discrimination you can face in the workplace. I can pull up those numbers too if you want them. Workplace, family, social, mental health is real. Why would I put myself out there? It takes a stronger person to be like, yeah, I'm gay, right? Because I don't give a fuck what nobody says about me at this point. I haven't even called everything under the sun. I done went through some shit. That's fine. But there's a whole untapped margin of guys out there. That's why that whole DL culture is there. That's why Tyler Perry movies are all trash. The man cheats, he's gay, he fucked FTD, they die. Every Tyler Perry movie. And they pray to God. There's a whole market based on DL men. So yes, if you're gonna ask me what that percentage is, do I think it's 50? There's a 50% chance. Sure, great. I think if we're looking at just Black men and we're gonna look at a real number, I would say 40.
Go ahead, Mr. Fantastic.
all right, so that's not how math works, man. It just don't. Okay, if you have 5% of something, and even what with surveys, no survey is 100% of anything, right? A survey is always a sample size. So you take that survey and what makes it, and you say you in DC, right? You accept the premise that DC is one of the gay capitals, correct?
Not according to this, but sure.
I don't know how not according to this is one of the biggest cities, because I got one that's share my screen. And it specifically says DC, that's predominantly Black city, right? DC is a predominantly Black city, right?
Yeah.
And it's highest. It has like some of the highest numbers of LGBT percentage with children, mind you, right? Or whatever. So here we go. Hold up. There we go. So here, District of Columbia. Can you guys see that? Let me make it bigger.
No, we can see it.
So right here, DC.
Yeah.
So the stats track what you're talking about. They support it, but then they don't support the astronomical overestimation that you're giving that's going to multiply that times like damn near 5. So to say again that Black men who again have never been on that type shit, Black men have always been like low key the motherfucking standard of heterosexuality.
Not true. You don't know your African history. Not true. Not true. Gay there's gay stuff in African culture. Where are you from?
Yeah.
Like it's depicted. It's depicted in the hieroglyphs. There, Google it. You can. That's phallic. What's the name? And I don't want to get into that. I don't want to have that argument. What I'm saying is this. And again, Africa itself today is anti-gay. So what we talk. So that's what I'm saying. So Black people, Black dudes specifically have colonized, because uncolonized African countries are not. The colonized countries that you're talking about, the Nigerias, the Ghanas, those are all colonized, right? So those are also the most homophobic now, sure. But the Ethiopias, the South Africas, the Cape Verde, that's not an issue.
Well, now if you're talking South Africa, they have a large
that don't even recognize like gender. Or that's not true. There's a third gender already in the culture. Indigenous people.
That's not a gender.
People that predate African Americans in this country have a whole cultural system on 3 genders. It's called two-spirited. So if you're gonna sit here and
You're
give,
talking about Native American, and that's a rare thing.
you're talking about history. I'm giving you history. You
Okay, well,
brought-
no, well, you're rebranding something, or you're giving bits and snippets of something to support your argument. That's what you're doing.
So I'm supporting my argument, but I'm also refuting yours. You said,
Yeah, but so hold on. So let's walk this down just real quick. So all right, so everything you're saying, so like the two spirit, was that a regular occurrence or was that extremely rare?
regular. It's
No, it's
literally
not.
the culture.
No, it's not. Again, no, it wasn't. It's Native American. I know what you're talking about. It's Native American culture. That's Native American. That's a Native American thing. That wasn't an African thing. That wasn't a African American thing. It was Native American.
I said indigenous. I didn't say
So
African.
Native American. Okay,
There's homosexuality.
indigenous or Native American, either or. That's their culture, and it was a rare thing. It's not something that's attributed to half of the tribe or the majority of the tribe. It was a very, very rare situation. A person that was quote unquote two spirited. Okay.
Was it
So either
rare?
way, even still, then using that premise, right? Going biologically, homosexuality is a anomaly. Okay, it's abnormal.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
There's no animals that engage in homosexual activities.
They're abnormal.
There's no animals that engage in.
No, I don't think you're hearing me. I said it's abnormal. I didn't say it don't happen. I said it's abnormal.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah, it's factual biologically, because again, every animal that's put on here is put here to reproduce. Two of the same sex can't reproduce unless you're talking about asexual situations
So you
or
only have
bacteria.
sex to reproduce, correct?
Say again?
You only have sex to reproduce, correct? Not to have pleasure.
Well, no. That's no. Most mammals have sex for both. Most mammals, yeah.
When we got to the homosexual animals having, but the point you made right before you just backtracked was
I didn't
that
backtrack anything.
was the point that you just made not the purpose of having sex was to procreate. And when I asked you, do you only have
Am I
sex
wrong?
to procreate, you said no.
And so no, I didn't say no. Again, now you're trying to change what I said. You asked me another question. I told you that the biological function of sex is to reproduce. Is that true?
Sure.
That's true. Let me answer for you. It's true. Okay. Now, a byproduct of that is pleasure. A byproduct of the process is pleasure. It's pleasurable.
Okay.
So that does not eliminate the first part. It's always the purpose of it being is to reproduce. The residuals of it is the shit feel good. Now, when you do that and you don't do it in the process of even with the possibility with the same sex, it's abnormal. There's no argument. It's factual.
What makes it abnormal?
Because
the argument
man,
is, see,
hold
let me-
on,
because y'all been going, but it's starting. I just want to make sure that we just get
yeah, go ahead.
past this part. So essentially, it's abnormal because the reason for sex is to reproduce, and since you can't produce a child during homosexual sex, it would be considered abnormal.
And anatomically, a man is not meant to be penetrated.
But but you understand the point, P.
That's not entirely true.
Well, first, let me hold on. First, I just want to make sure, at the very least, P understands what the point Mr. Fantastic is trying to argue at this juncture.
I hear the point. Do I understand it now? But it's heard. It was stated.
Okay. What do you disagree with about that point specifically?
I'm still trying to figure out the abnormality piece, because the abnormal makes it a judgment call versus like this is actually something that.
Well, so P, I guess, do you agree with the premise that the key reason for sex is to reproduce?
Sure.
So if you can't reproduce when you're having sex, it's only for pleasure. Because it can't reproduce a child or whatever the case is, it would be considered abnormal, is the argument, I guess.
I hear it. I don't. So I disagree with that.
Okay, so you disagree. You disagree. Okay. Okay.
He with science. He disagrees with science. Again, the reason that we here, the reason that
Let's
he's
hear.
here, even though he has sexuality, the reason he's here is because of the way that things are meant to be.
Okay.
Men are meant to mate with males are meant to mate with females, and that's across different species.
Yeah, we understand it, but I want to understand. So P, explain why you disagree, because I think you know the science behind it, which Mr. Fantastic has laid out.
As nice as that tried to insert it, but what I'm saying is the whole point of being a human and having a choice is I do things that are pleasurable. So because I choose to have sex, or anybody chooses to have sex without the purpose of procreating, what makes one more abnormal than the other? Because so this is where my disconnect is. Yes, if we're saying that the purpose of having sex is to procreate, great. Any deviation from that would then be considered abnormal, because now you're just having sex to have pleasure, and so are we. The fact that you're still having sex the same way does not make it any more or less abnormal based upon the fact that you just said the purpose of having sex is to procreate.
I see.
No.
So Pete, well, let me just ask. I want to understand the argument. So P, as an example, right? Just to illustrate it, if I'm having sex with a condom, that would also be abnormal because the purpose of sex is to procreate.
Correct. Which is why, to your point, which is why the Catholic Church, shout out to the Roman Catholic, we don't support contraceptives, because you're only supposed to be having sex to procreate. That is why the Catholic Church is was initially against gay sex. But that is like it. If we're following these things, you're only supposed to do it to procreate, and you're not supposed to have multiple positions. You're only supposed to do it in missionary. Have fun with that. So we can go back and forth on theories all day long.
I understand the point.
What's the point?
Definitely, we move on.
I understand the point, though. At the very least, I think it has credence. What do you think about that point, Mr. Fantastic? If the argument is sex is to procreate, yet you do things that make sure you don't procreate, would that be considered abnormal based on the initial premise of sex itself?
No.
But
So,
no, I'm trying to understand. No. So what we're gonna do is understand. I want to understand it thoroughly. So you're saying it's not abnormal because at the very least, even there's a condom that prevents me from procreating, and it's still with a woman.
yes, that's a natural way that you're set up. Again, your testosterone tells you, and you have biological cues to have you attracted to a woman's breast, her buttocks, her lips, a woman's frame, her waist, her smell, her pheromones.
Mm-hmm.
This is science. I can't believe we're arguing this. Okay, and
no. So what we're trying to understand is when the reason that we are leveraging is the to procreate, right? You saying that's the principal thing.
The original point, but now he's trying to use that to support his point to say because there's pleasure involved is not abnormal. No, science says it's abnormal. When a male whatever of another species has sex with a male of another species, that's not normal. It's not.
It's really found more often than not to the frequency where it's not abnormal in certain species. That is what I'm trying to get the point across.
Okay, but even if you use that, even for the one species where it's the minority, it's still a minority of. It's like less than 1% of the species. Yeah. That's why we gotta have a conversation.
But so outliers are outliers, right? Yeah, so those species are outliers. But does outlier also mean abnormal? Or
yes.
Okay, so we agree on that. Fine, Mr. Fantastic. Here's where I need to understand it, because initially you set the parameter around procreation in the argument initially. So now if we need to add some other parameters to it, let's do that. But I'm looking at it at the guise of the initial parameter set.
Yeah, the parameter is the truth and fact of the matter. Okay. Biologically, no species will be here without men and women or male and female of the species having sex and making more copies of the species. You have a biological imperative to have sex with the other species to procreate. Yeah. You don't have that biological imperative is not for you to have sex with the person of the same sex.
Yeah.
Procreation, again, like I said, that biological imperative, procreation, okay, and it's survival. All right. Now, what he tried to do in the argument was say, oh, well, you can do this too, so that eliminates first. No, that's like saying you eat food to survive, right? Correct? Yeah. You eat food to survive? All right. So if you make the food taste good, now the survival shit don't matter. Just throw it out the window. If you make your food taste good,
still surviving. You
see what I'm saying? So that's a poor argument. It's a very, very poor argument.
Then just one thing, Q, I gotta add this in real quick. I'm just looking at, like, biblically, since he kind of mentioned the Roman Catholic. There's a story in the Bible where this a father tells a son, go have a child with your brother's wife because your brother died. We want to make sure to keep that lineage going. When he's having sex with the girl, he pulls out. So he only did it for pleasure. He pulls out to make sure he didn't get her pregnant because he hates his brother, and God killed him for it. Just along the lines of I think it's along the lines of what we're talking about. Go ahead, Q.
No, I was just gonna say I think that I don't want Fantastic's point to get lost. It was kind of like a long extended way of saying gay people having sex is not natural. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not lost though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lost because
It's your prerogative. Look, so let me be clear before you go, bro. Listen, like you said, you grown. You can do what you want. I'm just saying the principle. I'm not saying gay people shouldn't exist or get rid of. I'm not saying none of those things. I'm simply saying that factually, as much as people don't want to hear the truth is that it's abnormal, and you even see that in the way it shows up in society. There's never going to be a situation where you had a majority of gay people in the world. It's just not going to happen. Nature has set it up that way so it does not happen, because if that happens, now people go extinct. Everything goes extinct.
Now the 45%. So, Mr. Fantastic, let's say we take there's 6.6%, right, of the entire United States. That includes the people from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, right?
Yeah, they're the majority. They're the majority.
Yeah, they be doing wild shit, right? Them niggas eat medium rare, all types of shit. So, out of that 6%, how many of those are black men would you estimate? 1%. And then how many closeted black men would you estimate?
Well, let me take it back. So
Right.
It says 12%. Looking at the things I'm looking at, it says 12%. Black people in total represent 12% of the LGBT population, right?
Which is 6%. So what's 360 million? What's 6% of 360 million? Yeah, let's do it like that. That's good.
So 6% total would be what? 1% would be 100,000, right? 100 million. 100 million.
Let's ask Siri. She be knowing a lot of shit. What is 6% of 360 million?
It's 21,600,000.
21,600,000.
Okay,
and then 12% of that is black, right?
Yeah, so 10% of that would be 2 million. So let's say 2.2 million.
Mm-hmm.
So 2.2 million of that total would be black people, right? And then over half of that, the majority are black women. Black women overrepresent one of the biggest things of LGBT2 identifying. Okay. So it'd be like,
yeah. Go ahead, keep going.
It'll be like 60% or 60+% to 65, 35 or 60, 40. So that's less than a million. That's less than a million black men.
Okay, so let's say a million and make it square.
Okay, so even if you make it a million and make it square, there's 20 million black men, right? Or adults.
Yeah.
Right? Or something like that. Well, no, hold on. 47 total.
Well, 800,000.
Yeah. So cut it in half. So yeah, it's like 22 million. So 20 some million black men, and 1 million of them are gay. That's what? 5%.
Yeah.
That's 5%. And like I said, I love having this conversation because this is what I say. Even if we double it, let's double it, right? Double it is 10%. Triple it. Y'all talking about even if we quadruple it, it's 25% at highest. If we multiply it times 4, we multiply it times 5, we quintupled it. 5% times 5% will be 25%. Y'all are saying 40. You're telling me 4 out of every 10 niggas fuck niggas? That's wild.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Or they got some type of gay tendency that has been said several times.
Real quick, and this is why I gotta say,
Mr. Fantastic, not that. I want to hear what you think. So 5% are the numbers, right? So I agree, right? 5% is the number. What do you think for closeted gay black men? So you got the 5%. We gotta accept that that's the number.
Double it. We'll give it another 5. Double it to the niggas that's out here, doing what they do.
Yeah,
that would be. I mean, listen, it will only make sense. So if you got the out open people that are actually loud and proud about it, there's highly unlikely that you're gonna have even match that number. But it's fair to do that, to say, hey, you have the same percentage that are too afraid in the modern day of where it's cool to be.
I think that's sound logic.
That's what I'm saying. That's logical from a mathematical standpoint. Any statistician will tell you if you just double the stats, that's more than fair. So like I said, at the most, like I said, and I just did it even better. I told you, if we multiplied it and said we had 5 times more dude on the DL hiding, you only still be at 25%. So when y'all start talking about 40 and 50 and most niggas, that's crazy. It's just not. And then like I say, we niggas, we straight niggas.
there's more out black men than there are closeted.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. What are we talking about? Because so think about this. So P, think about this, right? So you know what? You know how I just and I'm glad you asked this question. P, how can it be more closeted dudes than straight than like out dudes, right? Because the out dudes is like the top. Those closeted dudes have to have somebody to do the do with. So how they gonna How they gonna outnumber the proven people that's doing it? That don't make sense.
So typically they would do with themselves, like DL to DL. We put it in those terms. Closet to closeted. Not everybody that's closeted is fucking with somebody that's out and loud and proud. A lot of them actually will not look at somebody that's loud and proud because they're loud and proud.
Okay, so hold on. So you're saying, so all this time when black women was talking about DL shit and you mentioned them Tyler Perry movies, it's one motherfucker that's clearly motherfucking gay, clearly, and then you got the DL nigga. So now you telling me it's two DL niggas that's out here living life like straight niggas and they fucking?
Yeah.
That's the majority. Hold on, as you saying that's the majority of situations.
This is what be happening.
I think there's more of that than there are the people that you see in front of you. What's the movie? It was a prison song with a Q-tip in the prison and the people them.
Yeah.
And there's another movie where I forgot what it's called. It's a black movie though. And they went to go like shake hands, and the signal was like he's like, oh, you got something in your eye. I think he like blew in his eye or some shit like that. I forgot what the movie's called. But like it highlights that, because what you're talking about, like you just compared it to a Tyler Perry movie, which I did earlier. But there's also other movies and subsets. There's a whole subculture.
So cute. Oh, hold on. Go ahead, finish that.
Yeah. So just we can nail this down. Though you
want to get
mosquito in. Y'all saying that the DL dudes. I'm not disregarding the DL dudes existing. You're telling me though, and this has never matched the thing that it's in. Because what y'all say, like you say, that nigga there, that nigga there, that nigga there, that nigga there, because they fucking gay niggas, known gay niggas, right? The niggas pretending to be straight, fucking known gay niggas. That's how the gay niggas find out.
No,
all the time.
How would the gay? So now it's not making sense at all. So how would the gay niggas know he a gay nigga if he only dealing with other supposed straight niggas?
So you don't think that if I mess with a DL nigga and he shows me another DL nigga that he's messed with, you don't think that happens?
Hold on, you just proved my point. So if you fucking
out, I mess with a DL nigga.
I know that. Listen what I'm saying.
I'm saying he shows me a DL nigga that he has messed with. Those are two DL niggas.
Yeah, but the DL nigga messing with you and you out gay.
You out gay. I love that. But this is just one. What I'm saying is, because you said, how do they know? This is how we know. We talk.
And I'm with you, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying though. There can't be more DL niggas than out gay niggas, because the DL niggas are searching for the gay niggas.
Not entirely true. But what I leave it here, because we got to, I guess, progress this on, is to your point earlier, right? Like, I can't speak as a straight nigga. You don't know what this life is like. I could promise you, I could point out niggas, you would be like, nah. You'd be like, well, how would you know? Oh, because they messed with my friend. Oh, because da-da-da-da-da. But you also have to consider in this newfangled, I don't really fuck with the LGBT committee, as I call them like that, and that's fine. But there are the guys that mess with trans women, and they're not gay. They're not gay.
Right.
You got guys that only do head. That's not gay. You got the guys that only do it in certain circumstances. That's not gay. I see you. I don't disagree with you. I, Pierre, do not disagree with you. What I'm saying is it's the people, because those are people that are not taking the survey. Those are people that would take the survey and answer, I'm straight. No, you're not.
Right.
No, you're not. But they will answer that they're straight, because to them, they're straight. So when I'm counting my 40%, I am literally trying to mitigate all the biases that I know exist as somebody who does this type of research and works in public health. Like, this is what I do all day long. There are niggas I have to adjust my approach because you don't identify what this paper says is true.
Damn.
You fuck men, you have sex with men, you're gay. You have homosexual sex. You want to be bisexual, you want to be pansexual, you want to be all the things. That is awesome. Sexually, you have homosexual sex, that makes you a what?
Yeah, gay nigga.
Right.
But like, yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it at that.